Did you know that if we took all the money in the world and divided it equally among all of the people living on this planet, history shows that soon enough, after a few years' time, the money will be back in the same pockets? And this isn't a coincidence, and this isn't about luck. This is a phenomenon that economists have studied for years, and it's called wealth concentration. So instead of asking, why do some people get rich? We should be asking, what kind of person consistently attracts wealth and success over time? And this has everything to do with our habits and with our identity. So let's dive deep into that. Habits matter not only because they help us achieve certain goals in life, even though they do, but they also matter for something much deeper than that. And that is because every action you take in your day is a vote for the type of person you are becoming. Right now, the short-term outcomes that you are experiencing are the result of the votes that you have taken within the past weeks to months. And the long-term results that you are experiencing right now, such as your health status, your wealth status, and other things in life, who you are, your identity right now, is the result or the accumulation of the votes that you have taken for the past 5 to 10 years. So really, with every action, we define our identity and we define who we are. That's why we must pay more attention to what we are doing every single day. So how do the habits shape our identity? And on the other side, how does our identity shape our habit? So you have probably heard of sayings such as fake it till you make it, or you are the average of the 5 people you spend most time with. Different sayings, but same truth. What you do consistently becomes who you are. Your habits shape your self-image. They shape what you actually believe in about yourself and even about your judgment about others. They shape what you believe is possible, right? Our identity isn't something that we are born with. It's something that we build over our lifespan, one habit at a time. Let's talk about something that is extremely powerful, self-talk. Think about phrases such as, I am not a morning person, or I'm bad with directions, or I'm always late. These phrases seem harmless at first, but they are actually identity statements. For example, if you say, okay, I'm not a morning person, but then you want to wake up early and go and work for your goals, do you think having the mentality or believing when your brain believes that you are not a morning person, do you think that it will make it easier or harder for you to wake up? It will make it much harder. I'll tell you why. Because our brains always try to stay consistent. Because our brain will sense that what you are trying to do is not who you are. You are doing something that contradicts your identity, and our brain will fight that. And now let's flip the script. If you tell yourself that I'm a healthy person, right? And what would a healthy person do in certain situations? For example, would a healthy person keep ordering pizzas, burgers, or would a healthy person maybe track their diet and order a salad? Would a healthy person lay all evening on the couch, or would he move and go for a walk? Once you believe yourself to be something and you ask yourself, what would a person like me do? Habits would stop feeling reinforced. You would stop feeling that you are trying to be someone you are not. You would be doing those actions as expressing part of your identity, and it will make it much easier for you. And this brings us to the biggest reason why good habits don't last, or why we really struggle so much sometimes and we fail in maintaining good habits. This is what is known as identity conflict. Identity conflict happens when we try to make or reinvent certain habits that contradicts with what we believe ourselves to be. For example, if you want to make money, like you set a goal for making money, but deep inside you believe yourself that you are a consumer rather than a creator, then you will lean towards spending money rather than making it. So usually when habits fail, it's not a discipline problem, right? It's an identity mismatch. How do we build a new identity and how do we achieve the success that we want? Now, you should know that lasting success requires constant learning and sometimes even unlearning. Unlearning of bad traits in our characters, unlearning of certain outdated beliefs, and learning new ones. Think of this as what I like to call as identity remodeling. You are not becoming someone new, you are just becoming someone more aligned with your beliefs and with your goals. So here's your assignment. Ask yourself, who do I want to become? Try to list down at least 3 habits that person would do on every single day. And I would love if you could share your thoughts with me. Write down what you aspire to be or what part you want to add to your identity and what habits will you build to help you achieve that part of your new identity. And if you found value in this video, please subscribe to my channel and I'll see you next time.